basically, right off the bat, Texas passed the extreme anti-reproductive health bill that came to the national consciousness because of Wendy Davis's amazing filibuster of it and her taking a stand, and frankly, in her. But the social movement that grew around it, which we heard last week with Sarah Slayman talking to us and her work. I mean, this activated a really important constituency in Texas that doesn't want to stand for this assault on basic rights anymore. Anyways, this bill passed this past weekend in Texas, and
Friday
it passed in Texas, and of course, Governor Percocet will sign it into law, and it will, and no surprise there. Now, coming off of the Wendy Davis event, there were some women and others. It wasn't just women. There's also men. There's anybody with a concern for basic rights was interested in showing up.
Anyone who think women are people too.
Anybody who has this radical, I guess that was a Gloria Steinem quote, the radical notion that women are people too, showed up to protest this bill. Now, as it may be a surprise to none of you, but it still should, on some level, sound shocking. You can, of course, bring a loaded gun into this Texas state legislature because
Texas.
Because why the hell not? I mean, America, until it's not America, and it succeeds because we've elected too many minorities to higher office. But at any rate,
although
still,
I wonder if any of those pro-choice women coming in had a gun on them. I wonder if they would have been allowed in.
Well, I think that's right. So the pro-choice women come with loaded guns. They most certainly did not, but they did come with something.
But the pro-lifers walk in with the guns.
The pro-lifers walk in with the guns, which what a surprise. But the pro-choice, the pro-reproductive health people came in with something that arguably is actually equally as sinister
and dangerous.
I mean, pretty bad, and or maybe I should say icky. If I'm trying to think like a Texas state legislator or law enforcement official.
That to me is, I don't even know what you're talking about yet, but to me that's right on par with guns, because obviously when I think of guns, the first thing that comes to mind is icky.
Or America. But they brought in something icky, and that's right. Women who came in to just watch this session happen, register their dissent. Texas law enforcement officials screening people coming into this meeting removed tampons from women's bags. No tampons allowed.
Straight up confiscating them.
Straight up confiscating tampons and Maxipads. Now, the excuse was, we don't want any of these things to be thrown at us, which, frankly, I could think of nothing that those people deserve more than to have some of those products thrown at them.
As opposed to what those people are throwing at the women in those stands.
As opposed to what those people are throwing. But it stands to be clear. There was no evidence. There was nobody who sent a tweet who said, hey, we're going to bring, go out and buy tampons. We're going to throw them at the legislators. No one said a thing. Women's bags were searched and products were removed. Now, to be fair to Texas law enforcement officials, they probably caught on to this, because the truth is that they know in their minds that if all these women are coming in with tampons, and say even, 2 or 3 women don't come in and they have tampons on them, that's where the red light goes off, because either everybody has tampons or nobody has tampons, because Texas law enforcement officials know it's y'all ladies synchronized together. So when I saw one of them bags empty, I knew this wasn't a synchronization, and I knew that this was an assault on the legislature. Oh, excuse me, sir. Would you like to bring your Beretta in? Please, this way. Oh, hold on, ma'am. We already saw one of you other ones coming in without one, so we know y'all ain't synchronized, so you ain't getting one by us. We're experts in women's health. I didn't even do that on purpose. I'm expertise in women's health.
That's probably what I mean. This is literally all women are to them. They're sexual. I mean, that mistake you made. I mean, that's literally. I mean, This is amazing. I mean, it's practically banning women from the Senate floor, not the floor, the Senate session.
It's banning women from the democratic process
Because
for a basic,
what do you
basic
do,
health.
What do you do if you're a woman who wants to watch the session and you're on your period? What do you do?
Well, as I said before,
You
sir,
have to-
they were off synchronization, so we know what was going on. And I swear to God, I will put this marker down right now. I won't bet a large amount of money, but I would bet $5. I'll bet a burrito with Matt, although he probably won't want to take up this debate, this bet, because I'm probably right. Within 48 hours, Rick Perry will say exactly what I'm saying right now. That they knew that the pads were going to be thrown because the synchronization was off. And that's Texas. It's absolutely pathetic. And I mean, sometimes you do need to laugh to keep from crying. But that is just, it's unreal. It's quite literally unreal.